Network. Stay on top of email.
Every team that we thought should have been the underdog has just absolutely thrown a curveball. Gambit forced to bring out the big guns.
They've done it! So Cinderella's story continues. Crew shocking the world here at Champions.
Como viviendo literalmente un sueño.
An insane dream. Here in this have this
Presidente del equipo, hemos tenido muchos cambios.
The Raz on Durka as well.
And you will like.
I think we play.
I said we're gonna remove.
Chicos de Latino.
Después ahora vamos.
Perhaps Coach Sliggy. Teams fighting to make history for themselves, for their team, for their organizations, for their regions, respectively.
Gotcha.
Undefeated since picking up Nevera, Dan. This team is red hot. For them to start in this fashion, I don't think they've been in this scenario many times before. So how does Liquid bounce back? Again, the same setup here at this B site. Link in Hookah has the judge, and Nevera is forced all the way back into the B site. A lot of control going in the way of Ascend early.
Yeah, Liquid without Shower's control should surely be beginning to feel things out. We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock to plant that spike. Boombots and Trailblazer going through, so that gives a lot of info for Liquid's defense. Soulcast is pushing Showers at the same time.
He's going to find Keelays, Dan.
They might go for a TP play, that is possible, and Soulcast is so deep towards Showers. Headshot angle, one bullet, one kill from Scream. The headshot machine. They talk about his one-taps, and he's given Liquid an early 5 versus 4. Time pressure now for Ascend.
Blocking vision.
They're going to go straight forward, it seems. The smoke. Nevera will deflect him.
Down, B.
These pokes and prods here from Ascend so far not delivering what they're looking for. And Keelays will be able to open things up a double. But here comes the charge from Link. He's in such a good spot for this one. They'll line up for him. However, Bone Cold does some good damage. He can collect the spike in time, but Yampy with the Guardian. Oh my god, that felt very scary, but Yampy will lock it in.
Hard to hit a man in his iPad.
Yeah, and those 2 kills out of Keelays. That looks like there was one going to come through. That's a big chunk of damage.
Yeah.
Now we're going to focus on the Windows and tech tips. Let me hop back over here to our demo scenes, and let's set up that I've got all sorts of different things here. Add a couple other elements. So I'm going to hit this plus, and I want to add in my back and click on filter. I'm going to click OK. I can set up, guys. Notice I've got all these different scenes, things that I want to be able to do. So that's what's really cool about using OBS, is that I can set up different scenes and different effects that I want to happen inside of OBS and then be exported as my virtual camera. Okay. Option to use if I lock down your I have right for you to grab, and I'm going to drag. So these, see how these gray bars just OBS, Teams, your Zoom, try. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so, because that's
मंगोलिज्म नहीं खाया रहता है। अरे देखने तो नहीं तो है तो पीछे तबीयत नहीं।
Yeah, that is a big chunk of damage.
Welcome back to Champions, where Ascend lock up map 1 bind, and they do it in dominant fashion. They looked good, they looked clean, they looked comfortable the entire way through that map.
That was them fully in control of their best map. They just showed you why they're widely considered to be the best in the world on that. I mean, they know how to set up crossfires, they know how to hold their angles, they know the timings, they know how to get into enemy territory deep. You saw that Zeke lurk. I don't have anything else to say except they're really damn good.
Yeah. I think as time goes on and the more and more I see this Ascend squad on bind, the more and more I'm convinced that this composition is just hands down superior versus any other composition coming at them. And we touched on it in the beginning, but Ascend's game plan, they're just able to be so mobile across the map. The Sage can place her wall towards Shower. They don't have to worry about it. Soulcast on that Raze can single-handedly hold Hookah. Then the next round, a Sage can swap and bring an operator into the mix in CNED's hands, right? So many different looks and options for Ascend because of this composition.
The different looks and the flexibility within it, particularly on that defensive side where they could just waste time. And that's the thing for Team Liquid. They either had to make a choice. We either try and punch straight through this utility and accelerate the pace of the game, or we have to sit back, we have to wait, and we have to put ourselves or allow ourselves to be put under time pressure. Starkso coming up with some big plays himself.
Yeah, I look at this crossfire. Starkso right next to just
under time pressure. Starkso coming up with some big plays himself.
Yeah, I look at this crossfire. Starkso right next to, just tucked next to that smoke, next to Hookah. I love the fact that these Ascend guys, no matter what, they trusted in each other, trusted in that crossfire, and it came through for them. I mean, the way that these guys are bouncing that aggro off of each other, beautiful, beautiful sight holds for Ascend.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really tough for Liquid, again, because there's so many angles they have to worry about. They're trying to come through utility, whether it be, you know, the Viper utility or the Brimstone utility, trying to come through it, just basically blind, not having any idea what's on the other side. And you've got multiple angles to worry about for this Ascend squad. That makes it incredibly difficult for any team, even Team Liquid.
The other thing that makes it difficult to take down Ascend is Zeke. Zeke,
Yeah.
when he's firing off over 300 ACS in a game, and he also captured our first Verizon high-speed moment of the match. He had 1 million that we could have chosen from. We already took a look at some highlights where he hit a 3K, he hit some 4Ks, he found them time after time. Here's just one.
Look at the moves coming out, getting that pain shells off right before he's silenced with that KO knife as well. And again, just look at how comfortable he is underneath all this pressure. Multiple targets for him to have to select from, but cool, calm, and collected. And Zeke, again, the consistency coming out from this man just every round. And that's got to bolster the confidence coming through for the rest of the squad as well. Not only are they on land, but hey, look over to your right side of your teammates, start sheeshing at each other. That's these Ascend guys, right? They're feeling good right now.
Who knew that was the recipe for success? I mean, with that, though, again, it is an expected victory for Ascend, and I do want to continue to couch, you know, the dominance that we saw in that map 1 with the fact that it was expected. But I got to be honest, the way that I saw Team Liquid walking off the stage, the way
that confidence, especially going into split on the attacker side, which is where they're going. That is a map where you really, really, really want to get as much damage done on the attacker side as possible. So you're going to have to find some kind of momentum. You're going to have to create some kind of space. When I watched this map between these two teams earlier during the Red Bull, again, during this Red Bull, you know, this tournament, yeah, okay, we don't have to take a lot out of it necessarily. It wasn't the thing, but who was really hiding stuff more so? Was it Ascend or was it Team Liquid? Team Liquid was defaulting around split on their attacking side, really taking their time, and it kind of worked, but it went to overtime, so it worked well enough.
I want to dive into our Aim Lab pre-match shoot around to talk about the next individual on the docket. It's CNED again, because on the stage playing a more supportive role, you can see him warming up the jet fingers, because as we move to split, that is usually what he finds himself on. So a completely different look, and we'll see how he can switch up the pace of the game.
Yeah, and he certainly should, right? I mean, the stage, he was fantastic on it. I do always miss CNED on the jet, though, and split. It's the perfect kind of template for this man's to do exactly what he's kind of doing now, just kind of no-scoping, chopping around. I don't think he's going to be
practices like this.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do these kinds of ego peaks, but you never never know, right? I mean, you never know with CNET.
He got away with it the last time they played. He came down out of B into the back side of B, came through a smoke, came through, I think it was actually a Viper toxic screen, and just started blamming people with the op. So I tell you what, he's getting ready for it. He knows it's coming.
Well, any success that Ascend finds, we know he'll be a big part of it. And with that agent switch up, I want to talk about what else we might find here on the map Split. Because interestingly enough as well, Ascend is one of the few teams that has brought Omen out on this map, and in fact played it in their last meeting. I'm not convinced that we're going to see the Omen here because it's been so rarely seen at Champions.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. I don't think we're going to see the Omen either. Maybe they have some weird Omen and KO comp, and they just want to full send it every round on Split. The map doesn't really allow you to do that, so maybe though. But I feel like for Ascend, they should be coming out with the standard Astra pick. I mean, Liquid, they've been so strong on this Split, and we talked about the mental for both of these squads coming to the second map. I think Liquid, they should be A-okay with giving up the one. Again, this is a marathon, right? We've got 2 more maps coming up for this squad. That experience coming out for Scream, we talked about it. Him and the coaching staff should be reminding the rest of the squad that, hey guys, listen, Bind, we knew Ascend were going to be strong on it all along. It's okay. This series starts now. We got 2 best of ones in front of us, and Split, that's where it begins.
Yeah, I think no matter what, there's going to be confidence from this Liquid squad. I don't think they're going to be that rattled. I mean, yeah, Bind didn't go as well as you would have liked. I think you would have wanted to push Ascend a little bit more on that map. It didn't go your way, so be it. Reset. Now you've got the Reyna here on... I'm assuming the Reyna on Scream. I'm going to assume maybe they're going to throw something different at us. Assuming that that's the case, this is one of my favorite maps for Reyna. I think you can really take advantage of the spaces so well here with the Dismiss. A little bit different than what we were talking about how he uses it on Bind, where he tries to get information, gets forward. This is where you can actually use it as a dodge, where you're trying to get out of the way of stuff, reposition, cause chaos and confusion in your opponents.
Yeah, and I think that sort of synergy between him and Soulcast, you know, Sean brought Soulcast up. He's going to be switching over to the Raze, and we just saw Zeke having so much success on that Raze. On Bind, on Split, he's just as fun, right? So for Soulcast, I'm looking for him to be able to not back down from those choke points. I'm looking straight at that mailroom area. That ping pong between him and Scream is absolutely going to have to be there for Liquid.
Yeah, all those tight corners, right? Those little nooks and crannies that you can play into either with the Dismiss like you're talking about, or with those paint shells coming out of arrays to flush people out of their positions and start to take space. So definitely eyes on the duelist for both squads to see how they ultimately square up. And then it becomes a lot about the site holds, right? You know, how are you setting up defensively in particular on A or B here on this one? That's going to be a curiosity of mine. We're diving into the Prime Gaming Agent Select to get our answers.
Well, we'll see if we see the breach.
We're doing it!
Oh,
he's doing it!
Bone Cold!
Oh my god.
Omen?
Wow.
This is it. Okay, so they've got, we're going old school. We're ending the year starting off with how we saw Split played in the very beginning of the year, coming out with the Jet Sage Omen.
It's new meta versus old meta.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they were watching Team Secret, the only ones to bust out Omen on this map against Crazy Raccoon. Are they like thinking we can kind of pull the rug out from underneath Team Liquid like Team Secret did, where they're able to really, I mean, so of course Omen has pretty good smokes. You can put him in pretty good spots on this map. You can use them enough to cover what you need to get done. Behind that, you know, the paranoia, very good line. There's a lot of tunnels that you can focus it down. But the real interesting thing about Omen on this map is using his ult, right? Going from one side of the map to the other to take the spike somewhere unexpected.
Well, these teams are running it back. Same compositions as the last time they met, and that one went to double overtime. I'm hoping for the same here as we get it back up to our casters for the call.
Thank you so much, Dash. Yes, this could be it. Sean, quick composition react from you.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, we have 2 Sentinels on Ascend. We have none on Liquid. We have a Jet on Ascend. We don't have one on Liquid. We have a Breach on Liquid. The comps couldn't be any more different, Dan. The only similarity is the Raze. This is unlike anything I've ever seen before. An Omen. I mean, I love a good Broman. I'm an Omen myself, but the Loman pick rate. Jeez. You know, not many people are playing Omen these days, so let's see how Bone Cold can find value. When we were looking at the games last night, he sticks a lot of very, very unique one-ways on top of corners, and I think he's throwing one right now over at A.
Well, here we go. This could be it for Liquid. Could be it for Liquid. This could be their last map of the tournament unless they find something special here. Ascend threatening to be quickly in the grand finals here. Valorant champions.
Dan, CNET just accidentally used his dash. It's gone.
That is not good. That is not good at all, but we'll see. He's able to recover the dash with a couple kills. Cutting noise completely.
Yeah, Liquid just staying in mid. They're looking for a pick, and if you look at Ascend, they're not budging. There's 3 people in this site. Zeke clearly has an intention with how he's focused on this wall. He must be ready for a lineup. You know, Ascend is all over this, and they have 4 people at this site.
And Bonecall's ready to be able to throw the paranoia down the line if they try to run behind the toxic screen. Can Team Liquid bait that out though? Are they expecting it? We've got the fault line being set through there by Link. There's that paranoia. They baited out the paranoia. There's 30 seconds to go. A couple frags exchanged here. B site still held on to for now from Ascend, but in comes Liquid to try to change that story. Vera with that trade as looks like Team Liquid are getting the frags they need, but here comes Cena. There's that dash straight into Navera, but it's a 1 versus 1. Navera needs to come out huge here for Liquid. They need these clutches. Going for the open plant. He has to hit the headshot or commit to the plant, baiting Keyless, but time is a problem. Another bait from Navera. He can only do this so many times. 3 bullets left. The reload, the time again. Another bait from Navera, and it's Keyless who takes it down. And Liquid desperately needed that clutch out of Navera.
Oh, and that one's gonna sting. That's one of those clutches that's gonna simmer in your brain, Dan. Navera feels like he probably could have won that, and I think he does at any other point in this tournament. But you can feel the nerves. That one-on-one really, there's so much pressure building on both of those players. And Keyless, you can see, it's just, I did something. You know, I did something.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he encapsulated that very well. Navera, he's been absolutely ice cold throughout the tournament so far. That's the first sign of weakness that I've seen. So Ascend opening things up with that pistol. However, Liquid setting their sights on this A site.
Yeah, and the fault line's going to be cast all on the left side of this site, but no one's here other than CNED, and you know he can back away to heaven easily.
And Scream goes down. That's the entry gone. We'll see what else is behind this. CNED is just having his way with Team Liquid at the moment. And this is looking terrifying. Prime Gaming flawless in round 2. At the end of that first map, Sean, Liquid looked deflated. They looked dejected because they were being destroyed. Yeah. And it continues here on map 2.
Yeah, and it's only getting louder if you listen to the Ascend camp right now. They are feeling it. All of these players are stepping up in massive ways that I've yet to see them do. You know, the narrative behind Ascend right now in the scene is they can't do it on LAN like they can online. They play too loose online, they dominate us in scrims, and then they come to these LAN matches against big teams and they choke. That is not the case at Champions, and Ascend are making a name for themselves.
We're going to get a big battle in mid here. It's the bonus for Ascend. They're going for the mid aggression. Out comes CNED with that Blade Storm, but he will get taken care of. And 5 versus 4 again, it's the bonus of Ascend. They've got Spectres out here to work with. They're going to reset out of that mid aggression. But what do they do from this position? More, I guess a better question to you, Sean, is what do Liquid do in the 5 versus 4 here?
Yeah, this is Liquid trying to use their gun advantage. They take that fight in mid. They did a great job of getting that opening kill on Cena, and this is them resetting at the A site. The distance favors their weapons here.
Oh, and they've got no idea about ropes. They're clearing ropes here, Ascend. Again, that lack of ability to have that vision there.
That's some info. The fact that they saw the dark cover, Dan, one way on that wall, lets them know likely no one at this ramp, especially not on the left. You can see Liquid's working with this info.
Just moving in, contacting for as long as possible. Starkso playing the site. How much can he get here with the Spectre as they close the distance? There's traits there. There is definitely space for Starkso to work with. He can work with that Omen smoke as well. Sitting in the dark cover, gets taken out though. The trade out of Bone Cold. Keyless and Bone Cold, all that's left here for Ascend. Can they make this? Can they convert this for Ascend? Here comes Keyless. I don't think anybody's looking. Keyless takes that one. The second as well. It's just Yappy. He's the only one left. The defuse is coming in here. Keyless just sticking it right now. Can he get there in time? Yappy, can he get there in time? Oh no! Oh no! Yappy couldn't get there in time, and Ascend steal away the round. Could it be any worse for Liquid?
Oh no, Liquid. Not like this. They are falling apart here, Dan. You could see the plant was coming in, and Yampy, he was just holding heaven. He never expected the fast retake from Ascend. But this is what they've been doing all series long. They're instant retaking. Liquid has no time. They have no time, and they're not ready for these trades. Ascend always one step ahead. And again, Liquid going right into CNED. This time, Danny is the operator.
Oh, the setup is good for CNED. He takes down Soulcast for absolute free. Dark cover and response the one way as well. That is difficult.
Brutal. Bone Cold is a master on this Omen role. It's not enough to play Omen with just normal smokes on split in the current meta. But they're going to go through it, Dan.
They're going to go straight through. There's the fault line for Bone Cold, but they can't challenge it. We get Starkso tossing the Ice Orb, so they can't capitalize on that fault line, and it's a free one for Bone Cold again. He gets a second. Scream answering back. He's got to deliver something here. CNED is in position. It's all on Scream's shoulders. There is a whiff from CNED. Opportunity for Scream if he can find him. There we go. Scream looking to make it happen. Oh my God! Scream gets himself an ace. If that doesn't bring Liquid back into this, I don't know what will.
Oh, they absolutely needed that, Dan. Liquid some back-breaking rounds early in this game. But you know what? Based on how that bonus round went, I think they've done enough economic damage to take control of this game. They should have the gun advantage coming into this next gun round. But that is a huge play coming out of the leader on this team.
Oh man, look at that. That is just so important. Sean, you know, the confidence game is huge right now, and Liquid, they're not just fighting against Ascend, they're fighting against themselves. They've got to bring their confidence back up. We've got Liquid taking a timeout, using the energy of that one surely to bring themselves together, because, you know, Alpacino said it best, Sean. Yes. Either they heal as a team, or they will die as individuals.
Yes, yeah, because Ascend is bringing the heat, Dan. And you know what happens when Liquid counters heat, right? They turn to steam. They're evaporating over here, but not Scream. You know, they're set up and they're taking this time out, which I really, really enjoy, because they know Ascend is broken. Their money is very low. But if Liquid lose this round, Dan, it is catastrophic, and Liquid know that. They have to be perfect here.
Just a breather for everybody. For Liquid, again, as I said, it's not a huge amount about strategy necessarily. It's about getting the players together on this one.
Oh, Dan.
Mentally back.
Oh, Dan.
There.
Look at this stack from Ascend. They have 4 people at the A site. Zeke has this judge right in their face.
Oh,
and
wow.
Liquid's going right into it.
If there was a way to absolutely destroy any confidence that was just gained, it is a judge. Yeah. We'll see what Liquid can do against this. Stars set down by Liquid to get their way across, but again, in fact, we got looking for that one. He's forced to use a dash, so there go the Stars. Recalled.
Dan, this is something we've seen Liquid do a lot throughout this tournament. They have 5 people in one area, and this is why their first bloods are a little bit rough, but their trades are fantastic. Zeke playing around this smoke. Liquid's reeling back through spawn. They have to clear out the B side of the map now.
He's waiting for the race to go down, and there we go. The timing! He's messed up the timing. He'll get punished. Yampy taking out the judge.
And that's a real big find. That's the biggest threat of the round. Oh, but Bone Cold. Immediately evening things back up. We're in a 4-on-4, and Liquid is spread all across this map.
This is a huge problem. As you say, they're spread across the map. They've got 40 seconds left. A wall coming in there. Yampy's there to be able to take it down, which is pretty important to take this wall down and at least put the seed of doubt to Ascend as to where Liquid will be finishing the round. But they are gathering up towards B. They won't have much time to error correct.
30 seconds left.
One way comes in from Bone Cold right at the perfect time. He sees feet.
Oh no, Bone Cold. He is so damn good with that Sheriff. He'll take down another one. Great stuff from him. And now Liquid will make their way behind that toxic screen. And Achilles, he might have a chance here. He's going in. He is undiscovered. He is undiscovered. He'll take down Nevera. There's no time really to pick this one up and go for that spike plant. CNED steals it all away again. Liquid, nothing is working for them. Nothing.
Yeah, the thrifty the Thrifty for Ascend. We talked about it, how devastating those rounds are, not only to the economy, but the mental state of Liquid. Think about what they've dealt with so far this half. They've dealt with the pistol clutch, you know, the unfortunate scenario of the Yampy defuse in the clutch, and now this.